Hello everyone, my name is Romelet Metz, CEO of Fil-Am magazine. Today I would like to discuss with you about Proposition A. I strongly believe it is important and necessary for the city of San Antonio residents to understand what Proposition A is. So Proposition A, or the San Antonio Justice Charter, seeks to decriminalize abortion, marijuana, bans police chokeholds, and creates a justice director position who would oversee San Antonio City budgets and contracts concerning police officers. And a candidate for this justice director position must not or cannot have any prior law enforcement background or knowledge. And of course, the taxpayers will be paying for his salary as well as for his staff. And I want you to also know that the Proposition A was approved by San Antonio City Council to appear in the May election 2023 ballot because the people behind San Antonio Justice Charter managed to get more than 20,000 signatures or voters who signed to support this reform, and they believe that this is, quote, a testament to the people of San Antonio's rights to self-governance and support for change towards a more just, equitable city, end quote. That's actually written from the people, the San Antonio Justice Charter, who gave this, distributed these flyers to the community. So I basically just quote on that one from here. And if you want more information about Prop A or San Antonio Justice Charter, you can go to their website, safersa.com. And I have the other one here that basically does not support the Proposition A. You can also go to their website at protectsa.net. I just want to be fair and want to have this opportunity, both sides of the opposing sides about Proposition A. So, let me elaborate a little bit to you about Proposition A. It is actually sort of several reforms of certain violations or crime that will expand our city's cite and release policy, which will prevent our police officers to make an arrest and to issue a citation instead. So, I'll give you a good example. No jail time for these following offenses. If the vandalism is less than $2,500 damage, theft of property if it's less than $750, and theft of services if it's also less than $750. So I'll give you a good example. If somebody damage or put a graffiti on your residential or commercial property, and then when they assess the damage, it's less than $2,500. Police officers cannot and will not make an arrest. They will not prosecute. However, they may, at the instant, will issue a citation. But that's a little bit problematic. When the police comes to assess the damage of the goods, it's kind of like a little bit tricky, because you got to have somebody to assess of how much the actual damage is, because we can't just say, or the owners or the police officers, like, no, it's less than $2,500 or less than or more than $2,500. Perhaps it's up to the police officer's discretion and for the person or for the complainant to decide how much really the actual damage, if it's more than $2,500 or less. But the fact that it is, a no jail time of offense, encourage other people out there that loves to, make graffitis on people's properties. So now, I gave you example for the theft of property up to, $750. So if I go to a store, I would like to steal, let's say, a nice bag, and the bag just a Kate Spade bag or even Michael Kors bag, that's like $500. I grab it and I walk out from that store. And guess what? Of course, the sales lady would say, "Hey, ma'am, you didn't pay the purse." I said, "Okay, call the police." And the police comes, if even the police, able to be there on time, then they assess the value of the purse that I got. It's less than $600, yeah, with the tax. It's still less than $750. Will the police arrest me or not? The answer is no. So that is really problematic, because that kind of petty theft crime is a habitual crime. And so if somebody is a drug addict just to get their fix, so they can actually go around and commit crime for $500 a day. Theft of services. I'll give you a good example. Let us say I go to my favorite restaurant here in town, and I brought with me 12 people because I got friends. So we ate, and then the bill came, and perhaps it was like more than $600. And I decided to walk off. I said, "Let's go home. Let's go. We're done eating." Because the owner will come running, or the waitress, "Hey, ma'am, you didn't pay your food." I can always say, "Call the police," because I know even if the police comes, the bill is less than $750. The police will not arrest me. The worst that could happen to me is perhaps just have a citation. The police will issue a citation. So I've spoken to several, actually many, community leaders here in San Antonio, mostly Asian Americans. Trust me, our community do not support Proposition A. Why? Because for this community, a lot of people are actually, business owners, even real estate investors for both commercial and residential. And it is also a cultural, religious, and principle, moral issue. Why? Because Asian American really would avoid to commit crime. For their eyes, no matter how little or big the crime is, if somebody steals, vandalize, violate, or whatever, commit any kind of offense that has a victim, we consider it as a crime, and it should be punishable by law. Also, let us say for the theft property, it's also the fear of potential violence that would actually develop during the act. Like, for example, somebody would come to me and want to rob me. The intention is just to get my wallet, right? Because somebody perhaps know that maybe I have $300 in my wallet. I left my purse, because sometimes I do. I'm just being honest. I left it and somebody grabbed my wallet, and I saw this person, and then what am I going to do? The way that I am, most likely I'm going to tell him, "I want my wallet back. Give it back to me." Two options. Either he's going to pull out a knife or a gun, so I will back off, or he will run. And you think if he's running with my IDs in there and wallets and credit card and debit cards that I will not chase him? I would. The opportunity as well as the possibility of becoming into a violent crime is there. And once it's approved, do you think this will help minimize crimes? Or perhaps it just minimize it because maybe some are not even documented, because there are some offenses that the police officer cannot even give a citation or issue a citation. So it's not that it's going down, the percentage or the rate of crime. It's just simply because It's not documented. San Antonio police will no longer cite or arrest for Class A or B misdemeanor. So that's what I'm talking about. And also with this reform, the odor of marijuana cannot be used as a probable cause, and charges can only be made as part of high priority investigations. And also the drug residue or paraphernalia charges cannot replace marijuana charges, and the city funds cannot be used for THC testing anymore except in limited cases. Proposition A completely bans the San Antonio police the no-knock search warrant even in a life-threatening situations or circumstances. The success of getting these criminals arrested and incarcerated is because they did not have an opportunity to run away. And then it's a little problematic. It's because, don't you think it will give these criminals an opportunity to dispose of, transfer pieces of evidence? It would just take few minutes to dispose some of this, even seconds of these evidences. And while the police was knocking at the door, because the police officers will be outside, they'll be the one who are exposed. People inside perhaps, working on, once again, disposing the evidence, moving and transfer. Or perhaps prepared to fight back, or grab their guns or grab their knives. It does put the police officers in harm's way, because the criminals, they really don't care, most of them. As I mentioned earlier, I have spoken to several or many of our Asian American community leaders. And in fact, the Asian American Alliance of San Antonio, or AAASA, this is the largest Asian organization in the United States, and also the most influential Asian organization here in San Antonio, Texas. They have 29 Asian organization members as of today. Last week, they have expressed that they do not support Proposition A. So obviously, Proposition A has created many reactions and controversy from opposing sides, resulting discussions, arguments over dinner, coffee, friends and family gatherings, meetings, walk in the park, parties, etc. Because it is really concerning. I don't know, I'm not sure about you or where you stand. So creating a justice director could be just really making or creating a position that perhaps would oppose whatever our city managers decide for our police officers, because they're only mainly asking for an individual that will assess, perhaps, be more engaged or involved and want in the know of the police officers, kind of like budgeting, contracting and all. Well, as you already know, as I mentioned earlier, San Antonians have strong feelings and beliefs about Proposition A, from the people who support it as well as against it. Let me tell you right now, majority of the business owners as well as Asian American community, or the leaders, the Asian community leaders that I spoke to, do not support Proposition A because it is encouraging a criminal behavior. Regardless how small it is or how big it is or whatever, we still look at it as a crime and there is a victim. So if you really, really care about the city and the well-being of your family, of your community, business owner, everybody, and then, I urge you to please read and share the copy of San Antonio Justice Charter document. The one who are actually support Proposition A, their website is safersa.com. This is by the San Antonio Justice Charter. They are the one who basically filed this petition and to propose the Proposition A. Now, I would like you also to look at the opposing views, the one who do not support Proposition A. I need you to go to the website and then visit protectsa.net. Okay? So once again, these are the two websites that you need to visit to hear both sides. So for those who are against the Proposition A, their website is protectsa.net. Okay? Once again, protectsa.net. Now, for the ones who actually support the Proposition A or the San Antonio Justice Charter, the website is safersa.com. Once again, it's safersa.com. This is for the ones that opposed it. And safersa.net is this one that's actually supported. I really strongly suggest that you do your own due diligence to learn more about Proposition A. And then try to really assess what's the best for the city of San Antonio, your family, community. Use your best judgment and then think about public safety. Please visit to the links that I mentioned earlier to help you decide or make the right choice. So just a reminder, our early election begins on April 24th and our election day is on May 6th. Please vote wisely. Please make the right choice for the sake of your family, community, and the city of San Antonio. And once again, visit protectsa.net or safersa.com to help you make the decision on how this Proposition A is going to impact our community and our beloved city of San Antonio. This is Romelet Metz, and thank you for watching and listening. Please vote wisely with your heart and your conscience, and whatever you believe is the best for the city of San Antonio and its residents. I'll catch you another time. Thank you.